Came home early to find my boyfriend walking out of my pregnant roommate's bedroom, then discovered on Valentine's Day that the big gift he was hiding at her place was actually a box full of baby supplies he bought for her. Okay, so as y'all know, this past weekend was Valentine's Day. For the past month, me, F24, and my roommate Jackie, F25, have been arguing and butting heads because we live in a 2-bedroom apartment, and she just found out she was pregnant and claims that she doesn't know who the father is, but she basically wants me to either move out or room in the living room until I can afford to move out. We have lived together for 3 years. She's best friends with my stepsister F26. We're not super close, we're not best friends, but we were close enough to move in together, if you get the idea. Okay, so this past Thursday, I got home early from work around, and when I walked in, I was just settling down about to make something to eat when I see my boyfriend walking toward the door, like he's about to leave the apartment, and I say, Jaden, I'm 25, and I asked what he was doing here since I had just spoken to him, and he said he was on his way to work. He works on the opposite side of town, so he would have no reason to be on this side of town, unless he was seeing me, because he also lives on the opposite side of town. He quickly stops and goes, oh hey babe, and he tries to hug me. Well, he's my boyfriend, so obviously I hugged him, and I go, what are you doing here? And that's when Jackie comes out. She's, oh my god, we didn't ruin the surprise, did we? I was completely dumbfounded and said, what do you mean? And she says, well, Jaden had a pretty big gift that he couldn't hide in his apartment, so he wanted to hide it here for you for V-Day. That was fair because Jaden does live in a studio apartment, where he has to share a bathroom and has a husky, and his place is pretty occupied, so it was a good enough story for me to believe. I just laughed and said I couldn't wait to see it, and made a joke about how now I have to up my game on gifts this year, because usually we do simple stuff. For context, me and my boyfriend have been together for 2 years. He rushed out saying that he had to get to work. Everything was going by normal. Comes Valentine's Day, me and my BF had planned on doing gift exchanges at my apartment, and then going out for dinner, and then a movie later on. So he comes over and immediately I'm like, me first, because I'm always so excited to give him gifts. I give him a pair of Jordans that he had been constantly talking about, and a gaming headset and monitor. He starts talking about how happy he is, and then comes my turn. I get a bag with Pandora on it, and I open it. It's a necklace now. Usually I'm not one for material things, but I will mention that later on after all this happened. I did look up the necklace, and the total of this necklace was only $25, and that was just for the pendant. He bought his own chain off Amazon, which was $10, so I smile, and I say thank you, and there was just kind of an awkward silence because I was waiting, and he goes, what? Why are you looking at me like that? And I laughed and said, I know you still have that big gift in Jackie's room. I never saw you take it out, and I can still see it in her room. For context, there is a really big Amazon box in her room that was still taped up, never opened, in the corner of her room, so I assumed obviously that was my gift. He laughs and goes, oh yeah, that they sent me the wrong thing, so I'll have to take it back. I said, what? What were you trying to get? What did they send? He says that he meant to get me a gaming chair, which is completely off topic considering I don't game. I've never been into gaming. What I actually asked for was a vanity, or new acrylic paints. He got really weird, so I said, what's in the box, because I can tell when he's lying, and it just did not add up. He kept saying, I don't know. It's supposed to be a gaming chair, but I have a feeling it's not a gaming chair. I got up and walked into Jackie's room and I asked her, do you know what's in that box? It was very clear she felt caught off guard and goes, well, obviously it's your Valentine's Day gift. So I said, let's open it. I open it and lo and behold, not a gaming chair. It's an Amazon box that had obviously been retaped over, and had multiple smaller packages inside. As I'm opening these packages, it's baby clothes, bottles, diapers, basically everything and anything that was baby related. Hundreds of dollars worth of stuff. So I look at my boyfriend, who is now standing in Jackie's doorway, and I'm just like, what is this? Full story in the bio.